My mom always told me, you can't take it with you when you leave this world, so I'ma take a little with me. And I know that life, it ain't easy for us, but when I was a kid, I learned about Tucson. All the way from the north, way down to the south. My heart is where I live, my soul's in the southwest. And if you didn't know, well, now you know, and now you know, and now you know. I'ma break it down for you. Unity in the community, and we all wanna live, we all wanna thrive instead of survive. In the name of together, we are one people, and we gotta get it back. Yeah, we need to unite Tucson. No more waiting, no more dividing. The time is now. Yeah. Tucson time is now, no looking back. We rise together, hand in hand on track. New day, new way. We build this town. Time in Tucson's always now. No slowing down, say it loud. We're changing the sound from the barrios to the downtown grounds. We ain't stuck in the past, we make it count. Tucson time is now, yeah, that's what we're about. Started with pain, but we flipped that page. Out the desert heat, we break that cage. Voices rise up like monsoon rain, washing off years of broken chain. From 22nd to flowing wells, stories deep like desert wells. People power, hearts unite, building bridges, not more fights. We ain't just talk, we show the route. Boots on the ground, we move, no doubt. We the spark, we the crew, we the change, yeah, me and you. Tucson time is now, no looking back. We rise together, hand in hand on track. New day, new way. We build this town. Time in Tucson's always now. No slowing down, say it loud. We're changing the sound from the barrios to the downtown grounds. We ain't stuck in the past, we make it count. Tucson time is now.
All right, Joe, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear us?
Yes, can. We also believe have the county attorney on and Pure Trial Services. Do we have the Spanish interpreter on?
The Spanish interpreter is on, Your Honor.
Okay, great. Just want to let you know, I believe we will have a alleged victim for one of the defendants who will also need your assistance.
Absolutely, I'll be here whenever that case. If you have the name, that'd be great. But if you don't, I'll be here.
Okay, great. I think it's actually will correspond with one of the Spanish language defendants as well. So maybe
That'll
full
be
double duty.
awesome. Sounds good. Thank you.
Great, thank you. I believe we're starting with Mr. or Miss Guillermina Garcia. Do we have?
Yes, Your Honor. My understanding is that she refused to come to court, so it's a misdemeanor. I have no objection to the court continuing to this evening.
Okay. All right.
And same issue with Molly Romero. She has refused to come to court as well, so no objection to continuing to this evening.
And Molly Romero refused?
Correct. Your Honor.
Okay.
So I think the court will now see Mr. Hendricks. So can I be briefly excused, Judge, and be back in 5 minutes?
Yes, you may.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And Jail, just to confirm, beyond Miss Garcia and Miss Romero, any other refusals for the morning?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's reset Miss Romero. Oops. All right, push her over. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
James Hendricks, 10187.
Mr. Hendricks. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. Being seen here this morning based on a warrant that was issued by the Pima County Justice Court. This relates to charges of theft, knowingly displaying a false plate, driving on a suspended license, and failing to appear. You're also being seen separately on a misdemeanor charge. Misdemeanor charges of possession of drug paraphernalia, simple assault, criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, and resisting arrest, and failing to appear. I have to remind you, you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Just check here, make sure you're not being held on anything else.
Oh.
All right. Mr. Hendricks, do you have housing here in Tucson or in Pima County?
Yes,
If I release you from custody, you promise me you'll appear at any hearings I set for you in these matters?
yes,
Thank you. All right, based on the nature of the charges, I'm going to, in the warrant case, release you and set a hearing for you on October the 28th at 9:30 in the morning at the Pima County Justice Court. You know where that is, sir?
yes.
All right. And I'll set that hearing. It'll be, like I said, on the 28th at 9:30 in front of Judge Cornejo. In order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, or that you have any contact of any kind with any alleged victim, to include going to where they may work or live. On the city court matter, I'm likewise going to set a hearing for you. This is going to be a little bit later on November 18th at 9:30 in the morning. That'll be in front of Judge Mayhew. The same conditions are going to apply. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, or have any contact of any kind with any alleged victim. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused. All right. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Jason Michael Kapfer, 9/14/81.
Thank you, Mr. Capper. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this morning based on a warrant. Excuse me, 2 warrants from the Pioneer Justice Court in Santan Valley. And these relate to charges of engaging in contracting without a license, allegedly committed on June 1st and 7th of this year. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Check here. I don't believe you're being held on any other matter. It appears to be the first time you've been picked up on these. So, sir, I'm going to order you released and promise that you'll appear in Santan Valley, in the Pioneer Justice Court on November 5th. Can you do that, sir?
Yes.
I'm gonna release you on that promise. I'm gonna order you not have any contact of any kind with any alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. And again, set that hearing for November the 5th at 9 a.m. Please make sure and attend that hearing, sir. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest and you can end up right back in custody, either here or in another county. All right?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Your shoes. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Sir, it's Tyler Loonan, legal filter, 2/17/99.
All right, Mr. Lewin Lingenfelter, this time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on charges of misdemeanor domestic violence assault and domestic violence disorderly conduct, both allegedly occurring late yesterday afternoon. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Let's take a look here at your file here. I believe you're being held on anything else. All right. Do you reside with the alleged victim, Ms. Garcia?
Yeah,
Well,
I did have another place if need be, Your Honor.
okay. Good. Then in your matter, I'm going to set a hearing for you on November the 19th at 10 a.m. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you will appear at that hearing?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
And I'm going to release you. Again, on that promise, your hearing will be the 19th at 10 a.m. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, that you not possess any firearms or weapons, and surrender any firearms you may have to law enforcement within 2 days of being released. And more importantly, I'm going to order that you have not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. I will allow you to return to the home one time to gather any personal belongings. The way you'll do that is with a police escort. So you'll contact either the Marana Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, some other law enforcement agency. You can use 311, the non-emergency line. Arrange for somebody to be with you at the residence. with you while you're gathering your belongings, then you have to leave with them. You're not allowed to go to the residence otherwise. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Then you'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearings and abide by these conditions. Otherwise, you can end up right back in custody. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is the jail. We were able to bring down Garcia via Mina. Is it possible that she's seen this morning?
Give me 1 second. I think we may have already. Sorry? Yeah. Okay. Can we get a new copy or no? Can't get a new copy of the form? Of the minute entry? Oh. I'm sorry, because they were able to bring her down. All right, stand by. We'll move Miss Garcia to the end of the line so that the clerk can have some time to redo the paperwork. So just have to sit tight for a moment.
Your Honor, just because of her status, her mental health status, she would have to be seen now, or we can take her back to housing and she can be continued.
Okay, then we'll just continue it. The clerk is gonna need more time and her condition is such that she can't wait. Completely understand. We'll just have to push her to the evening round.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Peterson, Cody.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Cody Paul Peterson, 8/30/93.
All right, good morning, Mr. Peterson. Time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a warrant that was issued in Maricopa County. Let me see here. I'm sorry, this is the Ironwood Justice Court in Gila Bend. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Just remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Let's see here. This relates to a traffic violation and driving on a suspended license. All right, sir. I'm gonna set a hearing for you in Ironwood Ridge Justice Court for November the 4th at 9 a.m. If I release you, you promise me you'll appear at that hearing, sir?
Yes, sir.
And I'll release you on that promise. I'm gonna order you not drive without a valid license. Please make sure and show up at your hearing, otherwise you can end up right back in jail. I don't want that to happen.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. You're excused.
Thank you.
John, Timothy.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Timothy Shahan, April 13th, 1987.
All right, thank you, Ms. Chan. This is the time set for your initial appearance. Excuse me. You're being seen here today based on 2 charges of domestic violence, misdemeanor domestic violence assault, and misdemeanor domestic violence disorderly conduct. Allegedly committed it'll be late last night. To remind you, do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Let's double check here. Doesn't look like you're being held on any other matter. All right, so do you reside with the alleged victim, Ms. Watts? You live with her?
Actually, she lives with me. We live together. She's just my girlfriend. So,
All right, do you have somewhere else you can reside for the time being?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
all right,
I'll
so,
be there.
all right, sir, so I don't believe you're being held in any other matter. Fortunately, the victim's input couldn't be received. So I'm going to set a hearing for you on October the 28th, about 10 days, at the Pima County Justice Court. You know where that is, sir?
Not really.
Okay. It's in downtown Tucson. The address will be on the paperwork you receive, but I'm going to set a hearing for you at the Justice Court in front of Judge Erica Cornejo. Again, that'll be at 10:30 in the morning on the 28th. And if you, can you promise me you'll appear at that hearing if I release you?
Yes, sir.
Then I will release you on that promise. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, and that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim or victims, to include going to their work or residence. I will allow you to return to the residence one time with a police escort to gather any personal belongings if you need them. The way you'll do that is contact either the sheriff's department, TPD, or any law enforcement agency. You can call 311, the non-emergency line, arrange for the escort to be present with you while you gather your belongings, and then leave with them. You're not allowed to go back until told otherwise by a judge. Do you understand?
Understood.
All right, sir. You'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearings, abide by all these conditions. Otherwise, you could end up right back in custody, okay? All right, thank you. You're excused.
Adams.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Patricia Rose Adams, and it's 4886.
All right. Ms. Adams, good morning. It is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on misdemeanor charges of failing to comply with a court order. Domestic violence, failing to comply with a court order, allegedly committed yesterday evening. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I believe there is an alleged victim on the call today, Mr.
Sharp?
Yes, Mr. Sharp, are you on?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, good morning, sir. My name is Judge Padilla. I'm
morning.
presiding over this session of initial appearances. So
Yes,
let you
sir.
know, the purpose of this hearing is to determine what, if any, whether or not a defendant is going to be released from custody, and if so, under what circumstances, what conditions might apply. This is not a
Okay.
hearing where we're going to be talking about what did or didn't happen. Guilt, innocence, plea agreement, anything like that. It's simply to determine, like I said, whether or not a defendant is released and under what conditions. So if you have
Yes, sir.
anything, and I did see that you spoke with pretrial services, I do have that information in front of me. But if
Yes,
there's
sir.
anything you'd like to tell me right now, feel free to do so.
Okay, I just wanted her to get help with her drug addiction. You know, I care about her and I love her. It's just she needs help with her drug addiction. You know what I mean? I've already contacted her mom and Dan, and I told them they can go get her stuff or whatever. You know, I do believe that she'll do the right thing. If she is released today, you know what I mean? She is a good person. She just has a drug problem. You know, yeah, that's all I got to say.
Okay. And is the information you gave pretrial services about, is the rest of the information you gave accurate, that you don't wish to have any further contact or don't welcome her back to residence? Is that correct?
At this point, I would not like to have contact with her because her drug addiction, and you know, hopefully she gets that right and we can get back together at one point. But that won't be taken care of until I take care of myself, and she takes care of her drug addiction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. All right, sir. Thank you. All right, Miss.
You're welcome.
I don't believe you're being held on any other matter. So I'm going to set a hearing for you in front of Judge Wendy Millian at the Tucson City Court on November the 25th at 1:30 in the afternoon. If I release you, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Yes, I do.
If I release you, will you promise me that you will not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, commit any acts of domestic violence, or have any contact of any kind with Mr. Sharp?
I promise I won't.
Ms. Adams, do you reside, or did you previously reside with Mr. Sharp?
We are on the same lease, but he hasn't lived there, and he put in his 30 days notice. So, but I have other places I can go.
Okay. All right, well, then I will, if you have any personal belongings at that residence, I'll allow you to retrieve them. If, but only with a police escort, okay? So if you do wish to gather personal belongings, you're gonna have to contact law enforcement, arrange for them to be present with you to gather your belongings. Do you understand?
Okay, yes, I do.
Okay. Then, ma'am, you're going to be released later today. Again, your hearing is on the 25th at 1:30 in front of Judge Millian at the Tucson City Court in downtown Tucson. Please make sure and attend that hearing, abide by all these conditions, otherwise you can end up right back in custody, okay?
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
Thank you very much. You're excused. And Mr.
Thank
Sharp,
you.
thank you very much for appearing. You're welcome to stay on the call to observe the rest of the session or disconnect at this time.
All right, thank you, sir.
You.
Franco Medina.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Jorge Antonio Franco Medina, and then born on June 11th, 2005.
Mr. Franco Medina, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a misdemeanor complaint of domestic violence assaults and domestic violence disorderly conduct, allegedly occurring yesterday evening. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Right now, I'm just going to take a look at some information from pretrial services so I can get a better idea about your case. All right, sir. The alleged victim is Diaz. Do you live with her?
No.
Okay, good. All right. I believe she did speak with pretrial services and gave her input there. Don't believe you're being held on any other matter. So, sir, I'm going to set a hearing for you in front of Judge Wendy Millian at the Tucson City Court. That hearing is going to be on November the 25th at 1:30 in the afternoon. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing, sir?
Yes, sir.
I release you on your promise. I'm in order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, commit any acts of domestic violence, or more importantly, have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim. That's by any means, in person or indirectly through a third party, no contact of any kind. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Then you'll be released later today. Again, your hearing is on the 25th at 1:30 at the Tucson City Court in downtown Tucson.
All right. Thank
Please
you
make
very
sure and
much.
attend that. Do not violate any of these conditions of release. Otherwise, you can end up right back in jail, okay?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you.
Jordan.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Haley Marie Jordan, April 17th, 2000.
Thank you, Ms. Jordan. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct allegedly occurring earlier today. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm just going to take a look here at the pretrial services report for you, make sure I'm understanding your case. All right. Correct, you don't live with the alleged victim, Mr. Barber, is that correct?
But I am going to move out.
Okay. All right. Thank you. May have been incorrect. All right. All right, Ms. Barber, sorry, Ms. Jordan, excuse me. I don't believe you're being held on any other matter. I don't find any other cause to hold you. So I'm going to release you on promise that you'll appear at an arraignment on November 25th at 1:30 in front of Judge Wendy Millian at the Tucson City Court. Can you promise me that?
Yes, sir.
And I'll release you on your promise. I'm in order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, and that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, Mr. Barber, to include going to where he works or lives. Since you did previously live with him, I will allow you to return to the residence one time with a police escort to gather any personal belongings. So if you want to gather your belongings, yourself, you're gonna have to contact law enforcement, have them escort you there, be with you while you're gathering your belongings, and then leave with them. You're not allowed to go to the residence or contact Mr. Barber otherwise. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, then that's all I have. You'll be released later today. Please make sure and attend your hearing on the 25th and abide by all these conditions. Otherwise, you can end up right back in custody, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
David G. Ballista, 11/7/73.
Mr. Ballista, good morning. The time set for your initial appearance. Now you're here on 2 misdemeanor charges of domestic violence, assault and domestic violence abuse allegedly occurring yesterday afternoon. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I've reviewed your file as well as the pretrial services report. I believe the victim representative did give input to pretrial services. And I don't believe you're being held on any other matters. So, sir, I'm going to release you on promise that you'll appear at the Tucson City Court on November 19th at 10 a.m. Can you do that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then I'll release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. I will not order no contact with the alleged victim based on the input provided to pretrial services. But I need to remind you, sir, that any contact you do have with the alleged victim needs to be peaceful, lawful, and if at any time they decide they don't wish to have further contact with you, you need to break it off. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And lastly, sir, I'll advise you that in addition to the right to remain silent, you also have a right to an attorney, which may be provided to you by the court based on your circumstance or hired at your own expense. Additionally, you have the right to attend all hearings in your case, to be presumed innocent, and to have the state bear the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt. However, if you fail to attend any hearings in your case, they may proceed in your absence. A new charge may be filed against you for failing to appear, or a warrant could issue for your arrest. Additionally, if a trial is held in your case and you are found guilty in your absence and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, then you may lose the right to appeal that conviction. You understand all that, sir?
Yes.
Okay. And I will enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf, set the hearing for the 19th, and order you released later today. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. You're excused.
To you guys.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Morning, Ronnie Ramirez,
And your date of birth, sir?
1383.
All right, Mr. Ramirez, good morning. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a single charge of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, misdemeanor criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, I should say, allegedly occurring earlier this morning. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Let's see. Didn't appear you're being held on any other matter, sir, so I'm going to release you on promise that you'll appear for an arraignment at the Pima County Justice Court on October the 28th at 8:30 in the morning. Can you promise me you'll appear at that, sir?
Sure.
And I'll release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not return to the incident location or have any contact with the alleged victims. And that's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Sean Riley, 12/12/1968.
Mr. Riley, good morning. This time set for your initial appearance.
I'm sorry?
This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this morning based on charges of resisting arrest and child abuse, allegedly occurring yesterday. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointed the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with your attorney before saying anything out loud, okay?
Okay.
All right, I've reviewed the interim complaint as well as the pretrial services report. I did note that Mr. Riley's not pending any other matters. He was considered a 1 and a 1 on the NCAA FTA scales. Community ties were established through a third party, but unfortunately, victim input couldn't be solicited. State's recommendation is for $10,000 bond. Anything else from the state?
Your Honor, that is based on the nature of the offense and the allegations in the interim. Nothing further.
All right. Thank you. And defense?
Your Honor, we are asking for release to pretrial services supervision. As the court just noted, Mr. Riley has stable employment, stable residence, a sister who can take third-party custody, as well as transportation to court is not an issue. Absolutely no criminal history of any kind. There may or may not be DCS involvement, Judge. We just don't know at this stage. So I understand the nature of the charges, but I think at the end of the day, he is still probation available at trial. It's a non-repetitive offense, not dangerous. In light of all of that, Judge, we are asking for Mr. Riley's release to pretrial services supervision.
Thank you. Well, give me 1 second to review. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the interim complaint. I'm not sure if either saw, there was an amendment to it to reflect the alleged victim's age. I asked the law enforcement to inquire into that further, but I did verify that the age and that the alleged victim is a minor. I am inclined to release Mr. Riley to pretrial services based on the information provided to me. I'm going to order that Mr. Riley, you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not possess any firearms or weapons, and that you surrender any firearms you may have in your possession to pretrial service, or I'm sorry, to law enforcement within 48 hours of being released. I'm going to order that you submit to any monitoring or treatment that they direct for you. So basically, if they tell you you need to do something or be somewhere, you need to abide by that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to order that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where he works or lives. And I will set the, preliminary hearing for November the 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon. All right, sir. That's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
Yeah, this is the interpreter. For the list, it's possible that these next two defendants are Spanish.
Yes, I believe that's correct. Good morning, sir. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Good morning.
Muy buenos días, señor. Su nombre entero, por favor, y su fecha de nacimiento.
Good morning. My name is Ricardo Alonso Andrade Valenzuela.
All right, sir. We have indication that you wish to have a Spanish interpreter to assist you this morning. Is that still the case?
Yes, yes.
Señor, entendemos que usted quería una intérprete para ayudarle hoy por la mañana. ¿Sigue siendo la situación?
All right, sir. So you're welcome to answer my questions in English. I'm going to ask that you wait for the Spanish interpreter to interpret. If you need to respond in Spanish, if that makes you more comfortable, please feel free to do so, but please otherwise wait for the interpreter's translation, okay?
Muy bien, señor. Sí, con mucho gusto. Usted sí puede contestar en inglés si quiere, pero voy a pedir que usted espere para dar una respuesta hasta que la intérprete haya interpretado todo lo que yo diga en inglés al español. Y claro, si usted quiere también responder en español, que si se siente más cómodo haciendo eso, con mucho gusto lo puede esperar. Pero de todas formas, lo más importante, le pido que por favor espere hasta que la intérprete termine con la interpretación.
Okay. Comprendido.
Okay,
Gracias.
understood.
Okay. All right, sir. You are being seen here today based on two criminal complaints.
Muy bien, señor. Usted está aquí hoy en base a dos denuncias delictivas.
The first involves an allegation of disorderly conduct with a weapon.
Primer cargo se trata de un alegato de alterar el orden público con algún tipo de arma,
Allegedly occurring on October the 16th.
que supuestamente sucedió el 16 de octubre.
The second involves charges of misdemeanor threats and intimidation and criminal damage occurring on the same day.
Y el segundo cargo es un delito menor que se trata de intimidación y amenazas y daños y perjuicios, algo que supuestamente sucedió en la misma fecha.
You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you.
Tiene el derecho de guardar silencio y cualquier cosa que usted diga se puede usar en su contra.
You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
También tiene derecho a un abogado para representarlo y estoy nombrando a un abogado de oficio, un abogado defensor de la oficina del defensor público del condado de Pima para representarlo.
The attorney seated next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with him before saying anything out loud.
Muy bien, señor, y el abogado que está al lado de usted estará ayudándolo a usted durante esta audiencia. Así que si tiene alguna preocupación o alguna pregunta, le pido que por favor hable con él antes de hablarme a mí en voz alta.
All right, I've reviewed the interim complaint and the pretrial services report, as well as the state's recommendation.
Y acabo de repasar la denuncia interino junto con el informe de servicios previos a juicio, junto con la recomendación de ellos.
Mr. Andrade Valenzuela was rated as a 2 and a 3 on the NCAA-FTA scales.
El señor Andrade Valenzuela recibió una calificación de 2 a 3 en las escalas de peligro.
Did not have any other pending warrants or matters besides what I have just listed.
Aparte de lo que yo acabo de delinear, no tenía ninguna orden de arresto pendiente, ni tampoco ningún caso penal pendiente.
And did not have any felony criminal history to note.
Tampoco tenía antecedentes penales en cuanto a delitos mayores.
State's recommendation was for $6,000 bond.
La fiscalía está recomendando una fianza de $6,000.
Anything else to add from the state?
¿Algo más que quiere agregar la fiscalía?
Your Honor, it's based on the interim complaint. Mr. Andrade discharged his firearm in a way to threaten the victim in this case. And, Your Honor, that's certainly concerning to the state, and that's the purpose of the bond recommendation.
Muy bien, su señoría, la razón por la recomendación de la fianza de $6,000 tiene que ver con el hecho de que el señor Andrade Valenzuela disparó el arma de fuego con la víctima de una forma intimidante y para que sea algo amenazante. Y eso sí, claro, es una preocupación grande para la fiscalía.
Thank you. In defense?
Gracias. Si el abogado defensor puede hablar.
So, Judge, I understand the state's concerns, but the first thing to note here is with the discharge of the weapon, the target was not any person. It was property.
Muy bien, su señoría, yo entiendo la preocupación de la fiscalía, pero quiero notar para empezar que cuando se disparó el arma de fuego, el blanco no fue ninguna persona, sino algo de propiedad.
While we acknowledge that use of a firearm is inherently dangerous, given that Mr. Andrade Valenzuela has absolutely no history, and I don't see any misdemeanor history either on the Pretrial Services report.
Muy bien, su señoría, yo entiendo que eso de disparar un arma de fuego es algo peligroso de forma inherente, pero hay que tomar en cuenta que el señor Andrade Valenzuela no tiene antecedentes penales y tampoco puedo ver que tiene antecedentes penales en cuanto a delitos menores.
I see no failures to appear in the last 2 years.
Tampoco veo que hay incomparecencias que han sucedido en los últimos 2 años.
He reports to me he is disabled and has a slew of medical appointments upcoming.
Y me reporta que está discapacitado y tiene un montón de citas médicas en el futuro próximo.
His son has verified his time in Tucson and has agreed to take third-party custody.
Y su hijo ha verificado el plazo que ha vivido en Tucson y ha acordado tomar custodia como tercero.
Your Honor, Mr. Andrade Valenzuela will abide by any orders of the court not to contact the victim.
Y el señor Andrade Valenzuela, su señoría, va a obedecer cualquier orden que usted ponga en cuanto a no contactar, de no tener nada de contacto con la víctima.
So in light of all of that, Judge, we are hoping for pretrial services release.
A la luz de todo eso, su señoría, nosotros estamos esperando que usted le otorgue libertad provisional bajo palabra.
All right. Thank you.
Interpreter wants to clarify, fix something. A la luz de todo esto, estamos esperando que usted otorgue libertad provisional bajo la supervisión de servicios previos a juicio. Sorry, Your Honor.
Not a problem. Thank you, both. I do have concerns about the behavior both in the felony and the misdemeanor complaint as led.
Muy bien, gracias a los dos. Sí tengo preocupaciones sobre el comportamiento tanto en la acusación del delito mayor y como la acusación del delito menor.
I'm going to set a $5,000 cash or secured bond for Mr. Andrade Valenzuela.
Voy a fijar una fianza de $5,000, ya sea efectivo o garantía para el señor Andrade Valenzuela.
And order pretrial services supervision if bond is posted.
Y ordenar supervisión de servicios previos a juicio si en algún momento se deposita la fianza.
Order that Mr. Andrade Valenzuela not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs or possess any firearms or weapons.
Y también voy a ordenar que el señor Andrade Valenzuela no esté en posesión de nada de bebida alcohólica, ni tampoco drogas ilícitas, ni tampoco ninguna clase de arma de fuego, ni tampoco ninguna otra clase de arma.
Further, going to order that he surrender any firearms he may have in his possession to law enforcement within 48 hours of release if bond is posted.
si puede depositar la fianza, también voy a ordenar que si tiene algún arma de fuego, que entregue cualquier arma de fuego que tenga con el orden público dentro de 48 horas de ser liberado.
Unless they're going to order no contact at any time with the alleged victim, go to their place of work or residence.
Y también por fin voy a ordenar que no tenga nada de contacto con la víctima de ninguna clase, lo cual incluye no ir al trabajo de la víctima supuesta ni tampoco que no puede ir a la residencia de la víctima supuesta.
I'll set the preliminary hearing date for October the 24th at 1 p.m.
La audiencia preliminar se ha fijado para el 24 de octubre a la 1 de la tarde.
That's all I have for you, sir. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Muy bien, señor, es todo lo que tengo. Muchas gracias. Se puede retirar.
Judge, did you say the 24th?
My apologies.
Señoría, dijo usted el 24.
My apologies, sir. Your misdemeanor arraignment will be at the Green Valley Justice Court on the 23rd of
Muy bien.
October at 8:30 in the morning.
Muy bien, señor, perdón, su audiencia preliminar, la lectura de cargos se celebrará en el Tribunal de Justicia de Green Valley, y eso será para el delito menor, el 23 de octubre a las 8:30 de la mañana.
And the same conditions of release will apply in that case.
Y las mismas condiciones de libertad provisional también se aplicarán a este caso.
Given the felony hold, I'm going to appoint Mr. Robin Ald to represent you in that misdemeanor matter.
Dado que hay una orden de detención para el delito mayor, voy a nombrar al señor Robin Ald para representarlo en el caso del delito menor.
His contact information will be in the court's order that you will receive a copy of.
La información de cómo se puede comunicar con su abogado será en la orden que usted recibirá del tribunal.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And that's all I have.
Muy bien, señor. Gracias. Y es todo lo que tengo para usted. Se puede retirar.
And just the Green Valley date is October 22.
The misdemeanor is the 23rd, and the preliminary hearing is the 24th. So it'll be two separate hearings, 2 separate days, but both the Green Valley Justice Court.
Muy bien, señor. 2 días separados. El delito menor, la lectura de cargos para el delito menor se celebrará el 23 de octubre. La audiencia preliminar también se celebrará en el Tribunal de Justicia de Green Valley, pero otra fecha el 24 de octubre.
So, Judge, the 24th is 6 days, but in custody under court rule it is 10 days, is my understanding.
Tomando en cuenta que el 24 queda como estamos en 6 días del 24, tengo entendido si alguien está bajo custodia, hay que dar 10 días para la audiencia preliminar.
Yeah, and I understand that that's when the JP is scheduled their preliminary hearings in Green Valley. So it'll be a little bit of
Sí,
acceleration.
entiendo eso,
And
pero hay que acelerar un poquito porque el Tribunal de Justicia en Green Valley se celebran en esos días.
Your Honor, if I could be heard.
You may.
Señoría, si puedo hablar. Adelante.
Your Honor, the state does have 10 days to indict Mr. To bring an indictment in this case. We would ask that the PH date be set at the 10 days in Green Valley. Almost every case that we have in the county attorney's office goes to grand jury rather than to a preliminary hearing date. And so
Sorry. Señoría, si me permite hablar. Nosotros en la Fiscalía sí tenemos 10 días para convertir el caso en una acusación formal. Y nosotros casi para celebrar la audiencia preliminar. Y nosotros sí queremos esos 10 días porque casi todas las acusaciones que se celebrarían con una audiencia preliminar se convierten en una acusación formal del gran jurado.
Do anything else, sir?
¿Algo más?
Nothing further.
No, nada más,
I do
señoría.
not control the Justice Court's calendar. That's the date that they have given us. To set something outside of that, I think would risk further complication. You're welcome to submit a motion or request to the Justice Court directly to reschedule it for the full 10 days. Otherwise,
Muy bien, controlo esas son a las fechas que ellos nos dan y no quiero poner nada más en riesgo, así que usted siempre tiene el poder de tramitar un pedimento directamente con el Tribunal de Justicia en Green Valley. De no ser así,
otherwise, the parties are certainly welcome to discuss an alternate date arrangement that would be amenable for the PH.
de no ser así, las partes sí pueden hablar sobre una fecha alternativa que sería bueno para la audiencia preliminar.
And Judge, two last questions.
Certainly.
Su señoría, tengo dos preguntas más. Adelante.
On the misdemeanor in Green Valley Justice Court, was he released?
Yes, I'm releasing them on.
Con relación al delito menor en Green Valley Justice Court, ¿lo dejaron en libertad? Sí.
And
Your last question, sir?
Yes, Judge. The
Última
last
pregunta,
question,
señor.
the last question being, it's October 24th at 4 p.m. or 1:30 p.m.?
1:30 p.m.
Y con relación a la audiencia preliminar, ¿cuándo fue que programó esa audiencia preliminar? ¿El 24 de octubre a las 4 o a la 1:30? A la 1:30.
My apologies, it is at 1 p.m. 1:30.
Sorry. A la, perdón, mil perdones, a la 1 de la tarde.
Any other questions or concerns?
No.
¿Alguna otra pregunta o preocupación?
Okay. Well, thank you both very much. Your excuse, sir.
Muy bien, gracias a los dos. Ahora sí, señor, se puede retirar.
Just given the fact that it's they're essentially the same case. So if you and Balanta Renteria is the one with the Spanish victim. Okay.
Your Honor, this is the interpreter. Is this next case the case with the alleged victim?
Yes, it is. And if you can please instruct the alleged victim, Ms. Caicedo Angulo, to unmute using the *6.
Señor Angulo, ¿se puede escuchar? Yo soy la intérprete y le voy a pedir que quite lo de silencio en el teléfono. Para hacer eso hay que marcar estrella y luego el número 6. Y cuando puede hablar, por favor, hable para que estemos seguros que usted sí puede comunicarse con nosotros. Hello.
Good morning.
Alleged victim is on the line, Your Honor. Sí, se escucha. Your Honor, alleged victim is on the line.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name, Mr. Renteria? Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Señor Balanta Rentería, ¿me puede dar su nombre completo y también su fecha de nacimiento?
Yan Steven Balanta Rentería, 11/23 de 1999.
11/23/1999.
Good morning, sir. This is the time set for your initial appearance.
Muy bien, buenos días, señor. Esta es la hora fijada para su comparecencia inicial.
You're being seen here this morning based on felony charges of aggravated assault, strangulation, and
Muy bien,
kidnapping.
usted está aquí, su señoría, por unos cargos de delito mayor por agresión con agravantes, estrangulación y secuestro.
Both are domestic violence alleged offenses.
Los dos son delitos supuestos de violencia familiar.
And both are alleged to have occurred on October 18th.
Y los dos se alegan que sucedieron el 18 de octubre.
To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you.
Quiero recordarle, señor, que usted tiene el derecho de guardar silencio y cualquier cosa que usted diga se puede usar en su contra.
You also have the right to an attorney. Excuse me, and
También tiene derecho a un abogado.
I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Usted también tiene derecho a un abogado y voy a nombrar en la oficina de los defensores públicos del condado de Pima para representarlo.
The attorney seated next to you is assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions, please speak with him before saying anything out loud.
Señor, el abogado que está al lado de usted estará ayudándole durante el proceso de hoy. Así que si tiene alguna pregunta, le pido que hable con él antes de hablar en voz alta conmigo.
I reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report, and the Form 4C that has been forwarded to me.
Muy bien, acabo de repasar la acusación interino, el informe de servicios previos a juicio, junto con el formulario 4 que me han forwardeado.
Do note, no other holds or warrants for Mr. Balanta Renteria.
Quiero notar para que conste en el acta que no hay ninguna orden de arresto ni tampoco ninguna orden de detención en contra del señor Valenta Renteria con ningún caso pendiente.
He was rated a 1 and a 1 on the NCAA FTA scales.
Tiene una escala de 1 en las escalas de peligro a la comunidad.
The Form 4C indicates an elevated risk.
Y el formulario 4C indica que hay un riesgo elevado.
I do see that the alleged victim did give input to the pretrial services caseworker.
Veo que la víctima supuesta sí dio su opinión al trabajador de caso de la oficina de servicios previos a juicio.
The alleged victim indicated that they were unsure about whether or not they would return to the shared residence. Yes, I'm sorry. The alleged victim indicated they were unsure about returning to the shared residence.
Muy bien, y la víctima supuesta indicó que no estaba segura si iba a regresar a la residencia que comparte con el acusado.
That the defendant is not welcome to return.
El acusado no está bienvenido, que no debería regresar.
The alleged victim currently indicated that she would like to have further contact and does not object to release.
Y la víctima supuesta también indicó que sí quisiera tener contacto adicional en el futuro y que no opone a que lo dejen en libertad provisional.
And at this point, I would like to pause and allow Ms. Angulo to address the court if she wishes to. Ma'am, go right ahead.
Ahora sí, en este momento quisiera pausar y preguntarle a la señora Angulo si ella quiere hablarme a mí, si quiere.
Ms. Angulo, the purpose of this hearing is to determine whether or not the defendant will be released from custody, and if so, under what conditions.
Muy bien, señora Angulo, el propósito de esta audiencia es determinar si el acusado va a ser librado, si lo van a dejar en libertad y de ser así, bajo qué condiciones.
The hearing is not meant to discuss the facts of the case or anything more than, again, conditions of release.
Ahora, no se debe hablar, el propósito de esta audiencia no incluye hablar sobre los hechos del caso, ni tampoco ninguna otra cosa sobre el caso.
If you have any information that you wish to share with me above and beyond what you shared with pretrial services, please feel free to do so at this time.
Si usted tiene algo de información que quiere compartir conmigo, que sea algo diferente a lo que usted compartió con servicios previos a juicio, por favor, adelante. Lo único que yo dije, pues, que yo no quería que lo tuvieran preso, y lo que dije fue que yo no quería tener contacto con él y que no él quería no tener puede, no quiero So que the llegue a only la casa. momentito. The only thing I said was that I didn't want him to be held. And the other thing that I said was that I didn't want to have contact with him. Interpreter interrupted, is going to circle back, if that's okay, Your Honor.
Go right ahead.
Adelante, ¿tenía algo más que quería decir, señora?
No, solo eso.
That was all.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Muchas gracias, señora.
Está bien.
State's recommendation was for $60,000 bond. Anything else to add from the state?
Yeah. Recomendación de la Fiscalía, una fianza de $60,000. ¿Hay algo más que la Fiscalía quiere recomendar o quiere decir?
Your Honor, the allegations in the interim complaint are very concerning.
Señoría, los alegatos en la acusación interino son muy preocupantes.
The allegations include allegations of intimate partner strangulation. So we believe the victim would be at risk if he was released.
Y no, o sea, los alegatos incluyen estrangulación con una pareja íntima, así que nosotros creemos que la víctima supuesta estaría a riesgo si lo dejan en libertad.
And so, Your Honor, we're requesting the bond and a no contact order with the victim at this time.
Así que, señoría, estamos pidiendo que usted imponga la fianza y que ponga una orden que dice que él no puede tener nada de contacto con la víctima en este momento.
And defense, your position?
Abogado defensor, su posición, su postura.
Judge, I was going to be asked to heard on probable cause on the kidnapping count.
Señoría, quería pedir que usted me diera permiso para hablar sobre motivos fundados en cuanto al cargo de secuestro.
The interim says that the victim was able to leave through a sliding door and was also successful in getting Dion outside the apartment.
Según la acusación interino, dice que la víctima pudo salir por una puerta corrediza y que sí pudo salir del departamento.
So I asked the court not to find probable cause on kidnapping.
Así que le pido, su señoría, que usted determine que no existe motivo fundado en cuanto a la acusación de secuestro.
Okay. The state,
Bien.
your position?
Fiscalía, respuesta.
Your Honor, I believe the interim complaint does articulate probable cause for kidnap. Mr. Renteria restrained the victim in their bedroom, held her down, smothered her with pillows, punched her.
Su señoría, nosotros pensamos que sí, la acusación interina incluye suficiente motivo fundado. El señor Rentería la detuvo en la recámara, la sujetó y también la asfixió con almohadas.
So, Your Honor, perhaps after that restraint occurred, the victim, seemingly submitting to what he was asking for, was able to get him out of the apartment.
Aquí, tomando en cuenta que sí, la víctima sí pudo salir después de haber, al parecer, dado lo que la acusado estaba pidiendo, sí pudo salir del apartamento después de eso.
The victim was restrained with the intent necessary for kidnapping.
La víctima sí fue restringida con la intención necesaria para la acusación de secuestro.
Defense, any last word?
Abogado defensor, última palabra.
No, Judge.
Thank you. I do,
No, su señoría.
I do find elements of 13, ARS 13-1304, A, B, having been established by probable cause in the interim complaint.
Muy bien, sí determino que los elementos de RS 1304 han sido establecidos con motivo fundado en la acusación interina.
As to release, oh, I'm sorry.
After release, yes, sir. Please feel free to.
Con perdón. Ahora sí podemos hablar sobre libertad, condiciones de libertad. Sí, adelante. De su postura, abogado defensor.
So just the victim is here before us and is specifically requesting the court to release Mr. Balanta Renteria.
La víctima está aquí con nosotros, su señoría, y ella está pidiendo específicamente que usted lo deje en libertad al señor Rentería.
And I'm not clear on whether or not she wants contact. Did she say yes or no? I didn't catch that.
Y su señoría, todavía no me queda muy claro si la víctima quiere contacto o no.
The alleged victim indicated that she did not wish to have further contact, but did not object to release.
La víctima supuesta indicó que no quería tener contacto adicional en el futuro, pero que tampoco apuso a una libertad provisional.
Judge, we have no objection to that request.
Señoría, nosotros no tenemos ninguna oposición a esa petición.
So, Your Honor, Mr. Balanta Renteria has absolutely no criminal history based on the pretrial services report.
En base al informe de servicios previos a juicio, el señor Balanta Rentería no tiene nada de antecedentes penales, pero nada.
He has a full-time job and he can make arrangements with a friend or a family member to live away from the way.
Interpreter requires repetition. He has a full-time job and he can make arrangements with a family or a friend. And then I missed the next part, sorry.
And he can make arrangements with friends and family, and he has the means to go to to try to secure alternate housing.
Su señoría, también hay que tomar en cuenta que el señor Balanta Rentería tiene un trabajo de tiempo completo y sí puede hacer arreglos con amigos y con familiares para poder conseguir otro lugar donde puede vivir.
Given a complete lack of history, we are asking, and the victim's position on release, we are asking for release to pretrial services.
Dado que no hay nada de antecedentes penales y que la víctima misma está pidiendo libertad previa a juicio, nosotros estamos pidiendo que lo dejen en libertad.
Thank you. I find based on the facts and evidence in front of me, including the Form 4C and the allegations, present a substantial risk to the victim, understanding their wishes, I still believe a bond is appropriate.
Se determina fallo que, tomando en cuenta los hechos ante mí, también los resultados del formulario 4C, determino que todavía existe un riesgo grande hacia la víctima y que una fianza sí es apropiada en este caso.
I'm going to impose a $30,000 cash as secured bond and order pretrial
Voy a imponer
services if bond is posted.
Voy a imponer una fianza de $30,000, ya sea efectivo o garantía, y si se deposita en la fianza, voy a ordenar libertad bajo supervisión de servicios previos a juicio.
I'll order that Mr. Balanta Renteria not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs or possess any firearms or weapons.
Voy a ordenar que el señor Balanta Rentería no esté en posesión ni tampoco consuma nada de alcohol, ni tampoco bebidas alcohólicas, ni tampoco drogas ilícitas, y que no esté en posesión de ningún arma de fuego, ni tampoco ninguna otra clase de arma.
And if released, I'll order he be under the supervision of pretrial services.
Y si lo dejan en libertad, voy a ordenar que necesita estar bajo la supervisión de servicios breves a juicio.
I'll set the preliminary hearing for October the 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
La audiencia preliminar se ha fijado para, this is the interpreter, Your Honor, 1:30.
Yes, 1:30 in the afternoon, 1:30 p.m.
Se fija la audiencia preliminar para el 28 de octubre a la 1:30 de la tarde.
And that's all I have for you. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Muy bien, señor, ya con esto no tengo nada más. Muchas gracias. Sí se puede retirar.
And just this was 30,000 cash or secured.
Cash was scared, yes.
Y nada más para que quede claro, su señoría, usted dijo 30,000, que ya sea en efectivo o garantía, ¿cierto? Sí.
Ms. Angulo, you are welcome to disconnect at this time or continue to observe initial appearances. I would just ask that you mute yourself. Thank you very much for appearing this morning.
Señora Angulo, muchísimas gracias por comparecer hoy. Usted está bienvenida a quedarse en la línea. Si quiere seguir observando la audiencia de comparecencias iniciales, también puede colgar. Sí, pero sí le voy a pedir que por favor se ponga en mute, en silencio, si es que usted decide que sí quiere seguir observando. Okay, está bien, gracias. Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
I'm sorry, we're, Jail, can you confirm that we don't have any other Spanish language interpreter needed defendants?
That concludes the Spanish speakers, Your Honor.
All right, then I'll excuse the interpreter. Thank you very much for your assistance this morning. I really appreciate it.
Of course, have a great day, Judge, and thank you.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and
Arnold Lorenzo Armenta Jr., 05/22/2000.
Good morning. This is the time set for your next appearance. You're being seen here this morning based on a charge of aggravated DUI with a child under 15 in a vehicle, allegedly occurring yesterday evening. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointed to the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be helping you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with him before saying anything out loud, okay? I read the interim complaint. Wrong case. As well as the pretrial services report. Don't note any other matters. There was a notation of a warrant for Mr. Armenta, though that doesn't appear to be in front of me currently. He was rated as a 3 and a 5 on the NCAA scales. Unfortunately, community ties couldn't be verified or residency occupation be verified through a third party reference. Mr. Armenta did not appear to have any other felony or misdemeanor criminal history. State's recommendation is $2,500 bond plus, I'm sorry, just $2,500 bond. Anything else from the state?
Nothing beyond what's in the written recommendation.
Thank you. Defense?
Judge, as the court pointed out, Mr. Armenta doesn't have any felony or any DUI misdemeanor history. I don't know if he has any other misdemeanor history or not. I don't quite understand how, with that being the case, his FTA is 2 or more in the last 2 years. And the NCA scale is 3 on 6. I don't understand. So, Your Honor, as the community ties, He has been a lifelong Tucson resident. He seems to have full-time employment. And given a complete lack of history, Your Honor, we are asking you to consider releasing Mr. Armenta, although a class 6 felony has noted in the report. So based on all of that, we are asking for release to pretrial services.
Thank you. And pretrial services, I didn't state it accurately, didn't find any prior misdemeanor DUIs. They typically will not report prior misdemeanor convictions unless they relate to something like domestic violence or the charge at hand, such as DUI. That being said, I do not feel there's reason to hold Mr. Armenta in custody. I will release him to the supervision of pretrial services and order that he submit to their monitoring or treatment as directed. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any illegal alcohol or illegal drugs, Mr. Armenta, and I'm going to set your preliminary hearing for November the 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon. So you'll be released later today. What you need to do is contact pretrial services and your attorneys and stay in contact with both of them so that you're up to date on the next stages in your case. Above all else, do not miss any hearings in your matter. Otherwise, you can end up right back in jail. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Then again, that hearing is on November 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Thank you very much, sir. You're excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Mary Beth Cox, 10/16/82.
All right, Miss Fox, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a few different matters. The first is a warrant issued for your arrest by Judge Tracy Miller, the the Pima County Superior Court, related to charges of possession of a narcotic drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. The next involves a interim complaint alleging possession of a dangerous drug, possession of a narcotic drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia, allegedly occurring yesterday on the 17th. And lastly, a misdemeanor complaint alleging possession of drug paraphernalia and speeding from October of 2023. And that's from the Tucson City Court. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with him before saying anything out loud. All right, we'll start with the warrant. Seems to be the simplest to deal with. The state's recommendation is, and I'm sorry, just for the record, I have reviewed the pretrial services report. I do note that defendant is steps eligible. On the warrant, state's recommendation is to impose the amount requested, $5,000 per Judge Miller. Defense, your position? I'm sorry, anything else to add from the state?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Defense.
Judge, Ms. Cox wants to ask me something. May I please mute for a second?
Sure, feel free to mute for the time being.
Thank you. So, Judge, Ms. Cox really wants to let the court know that she was not trying to avoid the warrant. She had a PO box number that she was receiving mail at, so she was no longer receiving mail at the physical address to which the notice/summons was sent to go to the arraignment. So Given that it's a low-level drug case, Judge, I was going to ask for release on both and a steps hearing. It also appears Ms. Cox has lived in Arizona for over 43 years, her entire life. She is self-employed and she is now living with her mother, so has stable housing. So in light of all of that, Judge, and given the nature of the charge, we are asking for one more chance on pretrial services. And reviewing her record, Judge, each time I understand the last conviction is from 2018. She was held on bonds previously, but looking at the 2014 conviction, I see she was released on her own recognizance, and then I don't see any failures to appeal on that conviction. So given the nature of the charge, Judge, I will be asking for release to pretrial services on both cases. And if the court releases her, we have no objection to waiving time for the preliminary hearing so she can participate in this.
Okay. Thank you. Well, since we're kind of addressing all the matters at once, I'll just note for the record, Ms. Cox was rated as a 6 and a 5 on the NCA and FAA scales. I do note the steps eligibility, and I did see the procedural history for the warrant itself. And the criminal history included 5 prior felony convictions, including for drug-related offenses dating back from 2012 to 2018. And the county attorney's office recommendation for the felony interim complaint was $5,000 bond. Anything else to add on that matter from the state?
Your Honor, just given the prior failures to appear and the reoffending while on release, nothing further.
Okay. I appreciate that. And given the multiple warrants and the new interim complaint, I do have concern about reoffense and failing to appear. So on the warrant, I'm going to honor the bond requested by Judge Miller at $5,000 and set the arraignment for October the 24th at 1:30 in the afternoon. If bond is posted, pretrial services supervision will be ordered, as well as no alcohol or illegal drugs. On the new interim complaint, I will order a steps court evaluation for October the 27th at 9 a.m. I will impose a nominal bond of $500 for time credit purposes and set the preliminary hearing for October the 28th. Same conditions release will apply. And on the city court matter, Ms. Cox, I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you in that. I'm not going to hold you on bond, but given the fact that I am holding you on the other matters, I feel an attorney is appropriate in that case as well. I'll set that hearing out for December 12th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Maldonado. Again, I'm not holding you on bond in that case, but I am going to order the same conditions apply. You not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. All right, ma'am. That's all I have for you. Thank you very much. You're excused.
And Judge, it was public defender and all the felonies, I'm assuming?
Yeah, public defender on all matters.
Thank you.
Did I not get that map? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't thinking otherwise. That's not good time credit. All right, good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Sarah Marie Herrera, 10/15/93.
All right, Ms. Herrera, thank you very much. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on 2 matters. The first is involves an interim complaint alleging possession of a narcotic drug and possession of drug paraphernalia, allegedly occurring earlier today. And the second is a warrant issued for your arrest in Pinal County on charges of possession of a dangerous drug and possession of a narcotic drug. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. On the local matter, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. And will advise you that the attorney seated right next to you is going to be helping you throughout this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with him before saying anything out loud, okay? All right. Taking a look at the pretrial services report, no other holds or matters noted other than what I've just mentioned. Ms. Ferrer was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCFPA scales. On the Pinal Court matter, did appear this warrant had been executed. Herrera had been arrested previously and released on her own recognizance. She was noted as steps court eligible. And criminal history indicated 6 prior felony convictions. Most recent one would be 2024, oldest being from 2015. County Attorney's Office recommendation is pretrial services released in the steps court evaluation. Anything else to add from the state?
Your Honor, at the time of the recommendation, I didn't have the full pretrial services report. Your Honor, given the amount of narcotics that that Ms. Pereira had as alleged in the interim, I believe that pretrial services may still be appropriate, though of course she is a very high risk. And Your Honor, she does have a Pinal matter to resolve.
Okay. And defense?
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Herrera wants to talk to me about the Pinal matter. Can I have a brief moment, please?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So a couple of things to point out to Your Honor. On her last conviction, Ms. Herrera was sent to prison, and it looks like her release from prison was, I believe, sometime in August. The sentence ending date is August the 7th. Yes, Judge. So, and then she was under the impression that DOC was going to send her to Pinal County to resolve the 2023 case since she had not appeared. But for some reason that obviously did not happen, and she was released to the community. I don't know when exactly. I think the pretrial services report does note that the warrant was issued on August 22nd in 2023. So she was under the impression that DOC was going to take her to Pinal, but clearly that was not the case, and she was released to the community. And so she was under the impression that the case was resolved when it was not. So in light of that, Judge, we are asking, in light of the state's recommendation to pretrial services, Ms. Herrera informs me that after being released from prison, she is doing well. She will attend court, and she will do everything she can to take care of both these warrants. So at this time, I'm asking for pretrial services release on all matters. And the steps court hearing, if Your Honor is inclined to release her, we would ask to waive time and set a preliminary hearing after 45 days, which would bring us to December 2nd. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Ferrer, on your local matter, I am inclined to agree with recommendations. I will order you released to pretrial services and set a steps court evaluation for you so you can hopefully have your case disposed of in an alternative manner. That hearing is going to be on October the 27th, excuse me, at 9 a.m. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you submit to any monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial services. I'll set the preliminary hearing for December 2nd at 1:30 p.m. Hopefully that will be vacated based on your successful completion of the STEPS program, but we'll hold that just in abeyance. On the Pinal County matter, I won't hold you on that. You're
Yes,
going, go right ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I don't think she'll be able to make it to her steps court date if she's transferred into Pinal County.
Said you won't.
I'm not holding her on the Pinal County.
I misheard. I thought.
That's all
court
right.
said, oh, never mind.
I am not going to hold you on that matter. I'm going to release you on your recognizance, Ms. Ferrer. However, I'm not going to quash the warrant. So you need to make arrangements to get to Pinal County immediately so you can resolve this matter. Otherwise, you could end up right back in custody. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, that's the only way to resolve it, right? Because I've been arrested on it multiple times, and every time you guys release me, and then I get arrested on it again.
Correct.
So I have to actually go to Pinal County.
You will have to
take
go
care
to the county courthouse, the Pinal County Courthouse in Florence to resolve this matter. Contact them to resolve it in whatever way that they direct. Okay, I can't tell you how to do that. You'll have to contact them. But we will set, well, I'm not going to set a review hearing on this, but again, I'm not going to quash it. So you need to resolve this matter. Otherwise, you can end up right back where you are right now.
Okay.
And Judge, I'll give her the number to the Pinal County Public Defender's Office so that way she can reach out to them.
All right, ma'am. Well, that's all I have for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
And Your Honor,
Not a problem.
did we waive time on the preliminary hearing? I'm sorry.
Yes, I believe you waived time. That's noted, and the preliminary hearing date was set out to December the 2nd at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge.
That court will be October the 27th.
Thank you so much.
Johnson,
Sorry about the confusion on that one, Judge.
No problem.
Yes, thank you.
Are we all done with you? Okay. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Pima Johnson, 22583.
All right, Ms. Johnson, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on the charges, excuse me, of possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia from yesterday. To remind you, do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with him before saying anything out loud, okay? All right, I've reviewed Ms. Johnson's interim complaint as well as pretrial services report. Don't note any other holds or statuses. She was rated a 3 and a 3. And was noted as steps court eligible. County Attorney's Office recommendations for pretrial services and the steps court evaluation. Anything else to add from the state?
Nothing further, Judge.
Vince, I'm inclined to agree. Any other thoughts for the record?
No, just we'll wait another PH.
All right. All right, Ms. Johnson. I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services, which is an arm of the court designated to assist folks with making sure they show up to court on time. I'm going to order that you submit to any monitoring or treatment that they direct for you. So basically, if they call you and they tell you you need to do something, you need to comply, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to set 2 hearings for you. The first will be for a steps court evaluation, so that hopefully you can have this charge disposed of an alternative way to a plea or trial or something of that nature. That hearing is going to be on October the 27th at 9 a.m. And just in case that doesn't end successfully, I'm going to set your preliminary hearing for December 2nd at 1:30 p.m. So you're going to be released from custody later today. You need to contact pretrial services and your attorneys immediately and stay in contact with them throughout the pendency of this case. And above all else, do not miss any hearings in your case. Otherwise, you might end up right back in jail, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much, man. Good luck to you. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Daniel?
All right. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Elisi Lusania, 2/11/93.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on charges of possession of a dangerous drug, possession of a narcotic drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia allegedly occurring yesterday. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with them before saying anything out loud, okay? All right. Taking a look at Mr. Luzania's interim complaint, as well as pretrial services report. Don't note any other statuses or holds. He was rated a 3 and a 3 on the NCAA FDA scales. Was deemed steps court eligible. Did have community ties verified through a third party. He does appear to have 4 prior convictions dating from 2012 to the most recent in 2021. There was 1 failure to appear noted in that time. That's from 2016. State's recommendation is for $5,000 bond plus a step court evaluation. Anything else to add from the state?
Your Honor, just given the nature of at least 2 of those prior convictions, I believe a bond is appropriate.
Okay, thank you. Defense?
Just can I have a brief moment? There is something Mr. Luzania wants to tell me.
You may.
So Judge Mr. Luzania wants me to let the court know that he takes responsibility for his past and he's not making excuses about having those convictions and whatnot. But Judge, he informs me that the court should take note of the fact that the last offense date is 2021. He has done his best to stay out of trouble since then. This is a simple possession case. He cares for his mother, who has certain health conditions, Your Honor, and the court just noted some of the other statutory factors, which favor release essentially. And in light of all of that, Judge, and eligibility for the STEPS program, He's only 3 on 6 on the scales. We ask you to consider releasing Mr. Lasagna to pretrial services rather than holding him on a quarantine.
Thank you. Mr. Lasagna, I'm inclined to agree with that. I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services and order that you submit to any monitoring or treatment as they direct. So basically, if they tell you need to do something or be somewhere, you need to do that. You understand?
Yes, I appreciate that very much.
Welcome. And I'm sorry, is your client interested in the steps court?
Certainly, Judge, and we'll waive time since you're releasing him.
Thank you. All right, so Mr. Lasagna, I'm going to schedule a steps court evaluation for you. This is a program through the Pima County Superior Court that may result in your charges being disposed of in an alternate manner than the traditional plea or trial track. I'm going to schedule that evaluation hearing for you on October the 27th at 9 a.m. And just in case that doesn't end successfully, a preliminary hearing will be scheduled for December 2nd at 1:30 p.m. When you're released from custody, you need to contact pretrial services and your attorneys immediately. Stay in contact with them throughout the pendency of this case. And above all else, do not miss any hearings scheduled in your case. You understand that, sir?
Yes, I do.
All right. And that's all I have for you. Wish you best of luck, and you're excused.
Okay.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
David Ortiz Serrano,
And your date of birth, please?
June 19th, 2000, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Ortiz Serrano, good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today on 2 different matters. The first involves a warrant issued for your arrest out of the Pima County Justice Court, and these relate to charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 2 counts. 1 count of discharging a firearm at a non-residential structure. 1 count of possession of a deadly weapon by a prohibited possessor, and 1 charge of discharging a firearm within city limits, all allegedly occurring on September 7th of this year. And the second involves a interim complaint alleging possession of a deadly weapon by a prohibited possessor, possession of a firearm during a narcotics offense violation, possession of a narcotic drug for sale, possession of a dangerous drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia allegedly occurring yesterday. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you in both matters. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with him before saying anything out loud, okay?
Yes, Governor.
All right. I've reviewed the warrant as well as the interim complaint and the pretrial services report. We'll deal with the warrant first, but just to stay for the record, I have reviewed pretrial services report. Do note Mr. Ortiz Serrano is not pending on any other matters that I have not referenced. He was rated a 2 and a 2 on the NCA and FDA scales. It doesn't appear that he has been arrested on the felony warrant previously. It does list a $50,000 bond requested, a bond amount. There's no prior felony convictions noted. And the county attorney's office recommendation was for the bond amount of $50,000 to be imposed. Anything else to add from the state?
Your Honor, when you look at the warrant, do you have any factual information, or would it be helpful to give a brief summary to the court?
I do not. I have the warrant issued with signature and biographical information, so the cover sheet.
So, Your Honor, in that case, it's alleged that Mr. Mr. Ortiz Serrano and an accomplice both discharged firearms at 3 individuals in a vehicle. There were multiple bullet strikes to the vehicle, though there were no injuries. And Mr. Serrano was identified by the victims and through social media. So, Your Honor, given the violent nature of that offense, the dangerous nature of that offense, I believe a $50,000 bond is appropriate. And given, Your Honor, the possession of the firearm when he has been adjudicated as a delinquent in the new case in the interim complaint, I believe a $5,000 bond is appropriate there as well for the direct case.
And defense?
Judge, Mr. Ortiz Serrano wants to tell me something.
Go right ahead.
Oh, okay.
No problem.
Judge, on the warrant case, since we obviously at this stage we don't have disclosure, there may be identity issues, there may be other legal issues which we simply cannot raise at this stage of the proceeding.
Understood.
So, Judge, I see there is a $50,000 bond set by the Justice of the Peace, but in talking with Mr. Ortiz Serrano, he reports to me that there is no way he can make that high of a bond. So he is asking me to request release to pretrial services supervision, or in the alternate, a much lower bond than the requested $50,000.
Okay. And since the state already submitted a request recommendation on the interim complaint, do you want to address that one as well?
Certainly, Judge. I was just going to get to that. So a couple of things, Your Honor. So as to the sales charge, I didn't quite see facts supporting that Mr. Ortiz Serrano was actually actively engaging in the act of selling. So it's going to ask the court not to find probable cause. And as to the firearm offense, Judge, I know it's a juvenile adjudication, but especially in light of automatic restoration for first-time felony convictions, I understand the statute uses the word conviction, so I'm guessing it excludes the word adjudications. But if an adult can have automatic restoration, well, why not a juvenile? I think we get to that. And after the juvenile has now turned into an adult. So I can't do all that research right now, but in light of the legislature's intent for automatic restoration for a 2018 prison contraband conviction, I don't see why not his rights wouldn't have been restored. But which is why I don't know if there's probable cause as to the possession of a firearm by a primary possessor.
Okay, so I guess we'll take this a little out of order. So we have, I believe, the argument of no probable cause as to the possession for sale charge and to the prohibited possessor charge. State, any response?
Your Honor, as to the possession for sale charge, which is, I believe, how this was charged. As to the possession for sale, Your Honor, I would just point out that the number of pills here was 152. That is potentially, that is over, I believe, the statutory threshold for fentanyl sales. Though it is not a high amount over that threshold. So, Your Honor, I would ask that I think there is probable cause for sales here. And Your Honor, I don't have anything further to add on whether Mr. Ortiz Serrano's rights would have automatically been restored. I can look into that, but I think the indication from the law enforcement is that his rights had not. There's not an indication his rights have been restored. So, Your Honor, I would argue for the PC there as well.
One second, please. As to the possession of narcotics for sale, I believe the issue there may be one for the fact finder, which is not me at this time, but the amount of M30 pills determined could support such a finding that it was not for personal use, but rather for sale. Addition to the fact that they were being wrapped plastic in a plastic pouch around the defendant's ankle, likewise could be facilitated, as well as the other evidence involving the firearm and the paraphernalia. So I will find that to be probable cause on that one. As far as the prohibited possessor matter, I don't have any indication that the intention of or that the law automatically restored his rights upon his attaining the age of majority. So I have to take the law enforcement at their word that they couldn't find any evidence that had actually, in fact, been restored. So I'm going to find probable cause there as well.
So as to bond recommendation, Judge, again, Mr. Ortiz Serrano is asking me to request nothing but release because he has no bond he's able to afford to post. And he tells me he has a job, but any bond will be nothing but a financial hardship at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to honor the bond as requested by the warrant, $50,000 secured. I will make it cash or secured just to provide for additional flexibility there, but I'm going to honor that bond based on evidence which wasn't presented to me, but was presented to the justice of the peace at the time. I'll order pretrial services supervision in the event that that bond is posted. Further order that pretrial services monitor and supervise Mr. Ortiz Serrano on release. I'll order they not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, surrender any firearms and not possess any firearms or weapons, and have absolutely no contact of any kind with the alleged victims. The preliminary hearing date will be set for October the 28th at 1:30 p.m. And on the new interim complaint, I'm going to set the bond at $2,500 for time credit purposes. And it'll be cash or secured. Same conditions of release will apply. Minus the no contact order, since there's no victims in these cases. Same preliminary hearing date will stand as well, October the 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
John Edward Rodriguez, 5379.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, good morning. This is time set for your initial appearance. Excuse me. You're being seen here today based on two matters. The first involves a felony complaint of possession of a narcotic drug and possession of drug paraphernalia, allegedly occurring yesterday. And the second involves a warrant issued for your arrest by Judge Erica Cornejo of the Pima County Justice Court related to a charge of theft from September 2023. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointed the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with him before saying anything out loud, okay?
Okay.
I reviewed the interim complaint. I'll start with the felony first. I reviewed the interim complaint and the pretrial services report. Do note that there is a probation violation warrant and an adult probation hold for Mr. Rodriguez. He was otherwise rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCFTA scales and is steps diversion eligible. State's recommendation was for $5,000 bond plus a steps court evaluation. Anything else to add from the state?
Nothing beyond what's in the written recommendation.
All right, thank you. And defense?
Judge, I don't know if the state wants to move forward because usually when the quantity is de minimis, it's 0.4. I usually see a motion to dismiss, but I completely understand if the state is not going to do that today. In that case, we will ask the court to set a steps hearing, 10-day preliminary hearing date, nominal bond because of the probation hold, and we would also ask for a nominal bond on the misdemeanor so he can earn time credit. And hopefully the court can appoint an attorney so he can figure out all his matters and take care of them in this day.
Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez, on your adult probation hold, that's not in front of me today, so I have no control over that. I'm going to set a $1,000 cash or secured bond in your felony case so that you can receive time credit. I'm going to set a steps court evaluation or steps court hearing for you for October the 27th at 9 a.m. So hopefully this charge can be dismissed or adjudicated in an alternate way than plea or trial. And I will set a preliminary hearing for October 28th, following day at 1:30. I'll note that you are under an adult probation hold, but I am going to order pretrial services supervise you if you are released and do post the bond. On your misdemeanor matter, I'm going to appoint Mr. Adam Waters to represent you. His contact information will be in the copy of the court order that you receive from this hearing. And I'm going to set your pretrial hearing for you a little bit quicker given everything going around. That will be on October the 20th at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Victoria Steele. And I'm going to order a $500 cash or secured bond. Or actually, I'm sorry. The warrant, excuse me, requested a $50 bond, which I'll honor, so that you can receive time credit. So you're going to have a few hearings coming up, sir, and a few attorneys representing you. Please make sure and keep in touch with all of them, and good luck. That's all I have for you. You're excused. Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Roman Reese, 08/24/2003.
Mr. Reese, good morning. This is time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a charge of domestic violence, aggravated assault, strangulation, allegedly occurring yesterday. To remind you, you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be helping you out throughout this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with him before saying anything out loud, okay?
Look at the screen, sir.
Am I able to talk to you?
Yeah, but not right now.
Yeah, if you need a chance to talk with him, you feel free just to indicate and we can mute and give you a chance to talk with him, okay?
You want to talk now? Judge,
Go right ahead.
okay, thank you. Judge, did we lose the prosecutor, Matt Kaler?
Mr. Taylor did seem to drop off the call. The clerk is gonna try to reach out to him, so please feel free to continue your conversation. We can just stand by until he's able to rejoin.
My apologies, Your Honor. I'm back online.
Not a problem. All right. Do you need any further time with the client?
No, Judge, you're good. Thank you.
All right. I've reviewed the interim complaint for Mr. Ruiz, as well as the pretrial services report and the Form 4C sent in by Tucson Police Department. I don't believe that there are any other holds or statuses for Mr. Ruiz. He was rated a 3 and a 3 on the NCA FTA scales. The alleged victim did indicate to pretrial services that they don't reside together and that she does welcome further contact and does not object to the release. There are no other felony or misdemeanor criminal histories to note. The Form 4C indicated an elevated risk, elevated or high risk, I should say, based on the number of yes answers. State's recommendation is for $50,000 bond plus pretrial service. Just $50,000 bond. Anything else to add from the state?
Your Honor, we understand the victim has that position. Given the nature of the offense, the allegation of intimate partner strangulation, and the risk that presents to the victim, we are requesting the $50,000 bond and a no contact order.
Yeah, thank you. Defense?
Judge, Mr. Ruiz, as the court just noted, has a full-time job. He is with FedEx. He has alternate housing, does not reside with the victim. The victim does not object to release from custody and welcomes contact. We have no objection if the court wants to order no contact at this time. Mr. Ruiz has no objection to the court ordering that there be absolutely no contact by any medium. Even Mr. Ruiz is only 22 and doesn't seem to have any felony or misdemeanor criminal history noted in the pretrial services report. Mr. Ruiz is asking for pretrial services release, and he is asking me not to make an alternate recommendation and stick to just release the pretrial services. So that is what we are asking, Judge. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I do take note of the alleged victim's wishes and the other matters, but the nature of the offense to include the forcible entry into the victim's home, the alleged forcible entry, I should say, does give me serious concern for the alleged victim's safety So for that reason, I am going to impose a $25,000 cash or secured bond and order pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. Mr. Ruiz, if you do post the bond, I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not possess any firearms or weapons, that you surrender any firearms you may have in your possession to law enforcement within 48 hours of being released, and that you, above all else, do not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where she works or lives. I'll set the preliminary hearing for October the 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And that's all I have for you, sir. Thank you. You're excused.
Judge, it was cash or secured.
Cash or secured.
Okay, thank you. Fine.
Good morning. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Allison Marie Warren, May 4th, 1994.
Thank you, Ms. Warren. Good morning. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on two charges. One is possession of a dangerous drug, and the other is possession of drug paraphernalia, allegedly occurring yesterday. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to just raise your hand and we can mute so you can have a conversation, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, I've reviewed the interim complaint for Ms. Warren as well as the pretrial services report. Ms. Warren doesn't have any other holds or statuses. She was rated a 1 and a 1 on the NCAA FDA scales. Is steps court diversion eligible? Declined to participate with pretrial services, but did have a third-party reference verify residence and employment status. And there's no felony criminal history noted. And the attorney's office recommendations for pretrial services release. Anything else to add from the state?
Nothing further.
Depends.
No, Judge, we'll waive time on the PH if you're inclined to release her.
Okay. All right, Ms. Warren. I'm inclined to release you on promise that you will appear at 2 hearings that I'm going to set for you. The first is going to be for the Steps Court program, which is an alternative disposition program that the Superior Court has for folks in your situation. This may help you resolve your case without having to consider a plea or a trial. Are you interested in participating in that program?
Okay.
I need you to answer yes or no out loud, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was the question? The last
You're
one?
interested in this special.
Oh, yes, I'm interested in it. Yeah, sorry.
Not a problem. All right. Then I will set a hearing for you on October the 27th at 9 a.m. so that you can be evaluated for that program. Hearing will be at the Pima County Superior Court in downtown Tucson. Do you know where that is?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then that hearing will be on the 27th at Superior Court. Just in case that doesn't go forward or doesn't end successfully, I'm going to schedule a second hearing for you on December 2nd at 1:30 p.m. at the Pima County Superior Court. I am going to release you on your promise to appear on that and order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. So, Ms. Warren, you're going to be released. I'm not going to order you be supervised given the nature of your circumstances, but it's on you to appear. It's going to be on you to make sure that you're at the court on time, ready to proceed, and it's going to be on you to communicate with your attorneys effectively, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, that's all I have for you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Make sure you otherwise they put you in probation.
And I believe that's all. Is that anything further?